It's been a little while since I did a video, so I thought I'd give you a little update of what's going on. I took last week and took my son to see his great-grandma, and the internet at her house consists of, if you sit at this certain table, you pick up the neighbor's Wi-Fi. So, needless to say, I didn't play very much. I pretty much just checked it to see if my base was hit or not, and pretty much everything else was didn't do anything right. So I'll show you these. I finished my first fleet of Spectres, 4 of them. They're not siege torpedoes, because siege torpedoes actually would have taken quite a bit longer to do. These are assault torpedoes from the weekly raids. This is the one that actually has a +5 combat speed. They have engines 3, caterpillar drive, and engines 3, caterpillar drive, and they have the thingy that reduces the I'll show you in a minute. But they work pretty good. They work pretty good. You can see I was actually, the first time, I think is because the gunboat was there. If the gunboat's not there, I can't quite take out that dread yet on the without coming up for air. But I think when they're ranked up, I think I will be able to. If it was siege torpedoes, you would be able, or if you use the batteries, definitely you'd be able to. My theory, or what I want to try to do, is see how well they might do for a raid. Because siege torpedoes don't do so well in raids that have any sonar, because the range is pretty short, and but they're pretty powerful, you know. So I'm kind of curious how it's going to work out. You know, don't really know. So, but so far these are working out pretty good. I haven't been picked up yet by like the the 55 Elite cargo. You know, I know those have some sonar in them. Funny name. There you go. Actually, I don't really care about him. I care about more the. Hello. So it's so these are basically the ships I've been working on, and right now what I'm doing is I'm actually putting my strike cruisers back to AA armor. I had Compound X armor on them for several raids, and but they don't do quite as well in a base that has lots of Serbs as don't go out of my range, buddy. Stick around, stick around. I can kill you if you stay. Come on, I think we can get this. Oh. Come on. I need another good volley in there. Yeah, I think we got it. I hope. Ooh, that was close. That was a close one. So there's that. So just showing you all that stuff. What's this? That was a guy watching me. Hold on. Oh, yeah, whatever. Okay. Okay, let me go show you the bit of drama. Let's see. Hold on a second. So this is what I did. This is what I built. So they're the. It's easier to see. Oh hell. I probably just chased him down and killed him. What do I got? Let's see, where are they at? Here, it's somewhere in here. Siege, Assault, V. So these guys, they have a combat speed of 5%, so put 6 of those up there. I think you pick up like 2 miles an hour, something like that. And then I have where are we at? Here we are. Then we have that armor that makes it so your detection goes down a little bit. Then the Caterpillar drives, and then engines 3. So they work pretty good now. I'm curious. I want to try them in a raid and see how well they do. Hopefully you can do something so you can coin less when the raid actually comes around. Well, let's do it this way. Let's go figure where punk ass is. Hold on a second. We're gonna also go hit a little base and do a little something. Not this one. Does this show? Yes. Okay. Never mind. Alright. So what else has been going on? Okay, so what am I working on right now? I am... Come on. You can do it. Putting A armor back on. So I got one. Working on the second one. Yeah, because right now they have the Compound X armor. This one will probably change from Guidance Scrambler to AA, but that's probably the last thing I change. So, alrighty, and what I'm doing here is I'm putting a couple more. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna get rid of the flak and change it into Cerebus as well, and see how that goes. And don't know if that's a good idea or not, but we'll see. I don't know. They did come out with the new... Is it in here? Yes, it should be in here. No, not this one. The pinch resist panels. I don't really know who's going to... If you use these, it's probably going to be like on a very specific turret. It's not something you'd use across the board. You know, if like... Let's say all 3 of these were Serbs, right? You'd use it where... You wouldn't want to use it near the beginning of the base where mortars are a big problem. You'd want to use it somewhere where it's a honeypot for a pinch, and that's really what you'd be using it for. You'd be using it to make it. If you got a set of guns that always get pinched, and honestly, you might not know which ones they are, right? If you got a set of guns that always get pinched. You know, maybe that's an option. And maybe you don't put them all up there. Maybe you only put the pinch resist on the furthest one in or the furthest one out or something. You know, you probably don't want it, across the board sort of thing. So I'm going to research it. I just don't know where I would use it yet. It's a highly specialized sort of panel. It's not a apply it to everything you have sort of thing. So someone was hitting this base earlier and failed miserably. So I thought I'd come play cleanup. I have no... Where's the pinch in? Oh yeah, I hit earlier. Burned my pinch on that one. Kinda probably didn't even need to. So what we're going to do, the way we're going to hit this base, what I had before, hit hammerheads with just shockwaves, right? And they would kind of stop here and come up to here. what should you do about those? Well, you should be killing them from with assault missiles, like out here, like an auto fleet that you would use for cargo. You could kill them, most of them out in this range, right? And then you come in, and honestly, I would probably first start targeting this one, and when I get in closer, oh, I didn't realize they were moving. When I come out, I'm going to come in straight in. Let's see. One, two, three, four. Is that just two? I don't even have that. Don't even bother to have that there when you only have a 2 slaughter, because even regular mortars could reach that, you know. I'm hoping when you hit this, the splash kills this as well pretty quickly. Oh, I wasn't even watching the clock. Yeah, we're gonna burn the clock quite a bit on this one. Come on, get him going down the right slot. All right. How come this is not firing? There we go. There we go. So you just pick your ones that are better ones to get through. I will not be going all the way around. My goal will be, I wonder if I can reach that from right here. Sorta? Just want to get a couple volleys off over by the, I actually try to get to his dock. Lucky happenstance. Alright, let's just pull it all in. The ones in the air ought to kill it off. Yeah. It's probably going to kill off these other two as well. Yeah, we're not even going to bother to stop moving for that Howie. You don't, with Dredge, you don't really need to bother with 4. Hey, it's 5 warehouses? You don't need to bother with all 5 warehouses because you can't hold it anyway. Here's an example of a base where this is as far you need to go. You don't have to go back here, right? And honestly, the only thing that was really killing me was the that one Sentinel missile, right? Yeah, I rushed a couple of things, but I could have taken my time and came back into the base more at a more easterly, westerly, that side, left side. Avenue, right? So, really, anything else going on? Anything you really want to know? Let's see. Alliance stuff's supposed to be coming up early January. I've not built any. I have not built any of these boogers yet. But the plan for these, what I'm thinking, I'll show you kind of what I'm thinking, and we'll pull that up. So somebody was asking me today, would hammerheads make an okay blitzing fleet? And I was like, well, you know what? Actually, now they might. This is a proxy for the Speed System 3. Speed System 3 has a total weight penalty of 11%. So with 11% penalty, this is 12%. It's a reasonable proxy. But you pick up enough turn speed to make hammerheads actually turn fast enough to make them possibilities for blitzing. By default, their turn speed is way too slow for a blitz. You're just going to run into the banks, right? With hammerheads, they don't have a lot of their natural built-in. They don't have a lot of natural built-in resistances. So throw in a microwave dampener 3 in there, and really help a lot of things out. One thing you really have to be careful for with arbiters is making sure that the speeds actually match. So for here, if you had a Speed System 3, which equates to kind of an Engines 2, it gives you it gave you 18 miles an hour is I think what I figured out here. You need to get as close as you can. So 19 was actually the closest I got, because if I went to 1 at 16, and it's really going to start to lag. So this one will probably actually run ahead just a little bit, and that's probably okay, because in all reality, some of your biggest damage is right at the beginning, and near the end when the fleet's almost through the guns. After you kind of get through the guns, your arbiter has no real usefulness because it only has one gun. So somebody was asking about that. So it's an idea. I haven't built that, so I don't really know if it'll work. But that's about as close of an answer as I could get. My prior answer was actually having an arbiter that was the navigational ray, because the navigational ray helps out with turn speed, or ups the turn speed as well too. So, wow, this guy has been on vacation a while. I don't have the link to the other thingy. It's basically this type of ship with different specials, right? So what I was thinking was max that. Oh hell, I don't remember now. Was I thinking? Let's see. The real question is, how many? Oh, I don't even know if the weight's the same. What's the weight on this sucker? 1200. What's the weight on? Oops. What's the weight on this? It's probably the same. 1200. Okay. That's usually what I care about. I just more care about the weight. So I'm thinking is put 3, and then I'm thinking, well, yeah, so 2, which I don't think it's gonna make a difference. You could do something like that maybe, and I think it would be higher armor. I think the base armor of the MCX is actually higher than a strike cruiser, and you have to has a higher missile. So for what we did, if we took it like this and said and assumed that these were missiles, the missile numbers would come alright. So we'd have a 73% defense against missiles, right? And that's what you'd end up with here. Because MCX is basically a strike cruiser with missile, coolness, right? So that's what I'm thinking. I haven't seen a lot of these yet. The only ones I've really seen are, instead of A's, they'll have strike right here, right? And then boom, 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 something like that. Why did that goof up? Okay, boom. They'll do something like this. This one with the built-in flak resistance and the actual gun having flak resistance. I remember this is not the one I'm using. I'd be using the cool one, right? Both of those together would give you the really good flak resistance. These would only pick up the flak resistance of the actual ship, so it wouldn't be as good. And honestly, these don't give a whole lot of power anyway, so you know, go defense, right? That's my theory, at least. You know, you're not set up to pick up a lot of ships. You're not set up to deal with a lot of mortars, but you can handle some mortars, right? You know, 12, 4 times 3, that's 12, right? 12 hailstorm A's. It's not great. It's not gonna keep out, you know, 5 or 7 victory mortars, or a defend fleet that has, you know, a couple more shockwaves in it. But you know, it'll hold off 3 victory mortars, and you know, maybe in the base, maybe they're 3-3 base, or 3 Halo 3 victory mortars. So we would actually do pretty well with that, right? We have a lot of missile defense, so the hailstorms, I mean the halos can hit us and we're okay, and we'd be shooting out most of the victory mortars. So that actually might do okay. So that's what I'm thinking. Don't know yet. That might be a little while, because I haven't decided yet if I'm going to start to build that, or if I'm going to build a Spectre fleet that is siege torpedoes with the batteries. I haven't decided which one I'm going to do next. But that's really basically the update of what's been going on. It took December, kind of a really light month. I don't think I really hit much of anything in December, except for enough cargo to keep ships going. And oh, I did get the I did get the Speed System 3. I lucked out. I've only done I've done the Forsaken missions several times, but I only did the up to tier 3 one time, and the first time I did it I got Speed System 3. So I was like, alright, screw it, I don't care about the fortress. And the only difference between this one, the only difference between this one and the one I already have is this one has extra ballistic damage, where the other one has extra explosive damage. This one, it has no extra damage, and what it has is a smaller visible range. So see what it's visual range 20. This one and the other one are visual range 30. I'm not really exact. For prepping a base, that has no value. For fighting other people, that might have some value. What it means is how I think that what that means is how far away the torpedoes are from a ship before the ship will see it, right? It has nothing to do with the ship itself. It has to do with the torpedoes going through the water. And it almost doesn't matter if you can see the torpedoes at all. You can see the direction that they're moving in, and that tells you basically where that ship is or was when it fired. So yeah, the number's smaller, but doesn't really change a whole lot. So I'm not overly impressed by either one of these two. So yeah, I'm going to finish off the tier 2s and the tier 1s, because they're really easy to get to. And that's really about it. I am researching these guys, Siege Scanner first. I have no plans on using it. What this basically does is, if you have you know, A panels, then it will make it no. Yeah, something like that. It should make a turret go down faster. Basically, what it is. Now, the range, you notice, is 80, and the default range of a siege mortar is 84. So this has to sit, I think, actually within Howie range. Maybe not service range, but it has to sit within Howie range. So when you would use this, not really sure. I don't think it would take walls down faster, so I'm not really sure if you'd want to use this in a blitz fleet or not. And then this one is really for fleet to fleet. This one really has to deal with other ships. So this one, again, I'm not sure where I'd see this one get used a whole lot either, but I'm going to research them, because in all reality sometimes they introduce stuff that doesn't make a lot of sense until the next thing they introduce, and then we're like, oh, I'm glad I researched that thing. I'm glad I'm going to use it. I don't know the last time I did a video, but the depth charges one, I got all of those researched. Have no intention of making any of these, for the sheer reason that I don't wait to build a rocket when I want to use a rocket. I build a rocket immediately after I have used a rocket, because they take 6 hours or 9 hours to make, and I want one ready when I'm ready to use it. So do I want the depth charge one as the one that I have standing waiting by for me all the time? No, I want something I'm going to use to hit a base with. But for people that don't hit bases, maybe it's something you do. You know, there are a significant number of people that just don't hit bases, and they would more prefer fleet to fleet sort of warfare, and maybe the depth charge makes some sense for them. And if you're gonna do that, you know what? In all reality, probably the small one is probably all you really care about. You might not even care about the big one, because all you really might care to do is make the subsurface long enough that you can catch up with them. Which, in all reality, a pinch is kind of doing the same route, a small pinch sort of thing, where you pause them just long enough for you to catch up with them. So anyway, that's the bulk of this stuff. Nothing really has changed in this one. I think that's about it. So I'll talk to y'all later. But I hope y'all had a good Christmas, had a good New Year's. Take it easy.